Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, I don't want that. 1, 2, 3, 1. No, I don't want that.
Nothing coming through this microphone? No? Welcome to the back end of Taiwan.
CHANGHUA. CHANGHUA. K1 circuit. I don't want that.
K1 circuit, Taiwan. Round 3 of FIM Asia Supermoto.
CHANGHUA.
K1 circuit in Taiwan.
Here we are at the third round, fourth round, third round of the FIM Asia Supermoto Championships here in CHANGHUA, Taiwan. Well, that's what it's in, CHANGHUA.
So your microphone's coming through the TV.
Yeah, and it's delayed. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's better. Hello? Did you want me? CHANGHUA. Chua? Chua. Is it CHANGHUA?
I just got a technical lesson in how to use a microphone, and I switched on, and you can hear me. Can you hear me? Talking to you from CHANGHUA K1 circuit.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing, testing. FIM Asia. CHANGHUA. Welcome to the K1 circuit, CHANGHUA, Taiwan, for round 3 of the FIM Asia
Supermoto Championship. And sunny skies, that gives away a bit. It looks like it's a crystal clear day, but you should see the pollution in this shit.
And you can see the flags fluttering in this breeze that'll be blowing straight down the into the faces of the riders on the start-finish straight. Yeah, maybe 400 meters. They got the rollers, they got the jumps, turn at the end.
So it's no need to. It's been here for quite a few years actually, so it's well bedded in. So it'll withhold the torture that these guys are putting through. And most of them all mounted this weekend on Husqvarna's 450s. So that's going to put them all on a bit of an equal playing field as well.
Yeah, I don't think many of the riders have ridden their machines before. Lewis Cornish was saying it doesn't really matter because he rides something different every week. But I think that will be one levelling factor. Whether it makes any difference to the top handful of riders, then that remains to be seen. Okay, so back to our sound check, and we come here a few weeks after the second round, which was in Solo Baru in Indonesia, where Lewis Cornish bagged another double win, as he did in round 1 in Thailand. He was chased a little closer in the second moto. So what's going to be interesting here, now they're all on broadly the same machinery, is whether Heri Zakaria and Trakan Tangtong, the Thai rider and 2015 champion, are going to get
unfortunately, our 2016 defending champion is not here after suffering an injury in one of the local Supermoto events in Malaysia a couple of weeks ago. Poor old Gabit, or Habibullah, is Muhammad Habibullah won't be here, which is probably going to make it a little bit easier for Lewis Cornish to continue his ways. Yeah, you would have expected him to go well on the dirt sections here as well. But it was a very nasty crash. He's punctured a lung. He's recovering, but the recovery's too slow to enable him to race here this weekend in Taiwan. Well, his doctors are giving him the AOK, but his sponsors and employers, KTM, have said no, go and get fit and don't worry about a race, and we'll catch up next time, which is unfortunate because he's always smiling as a bit. But that's the nature of racing, and we've got to move on. Yeah, indeed. And I've seen sponsors in the past push their riders too hard back to competition. One that you're not recording this, are you? But one that springs to mind was when Ratapat Wilharot suffered some severe head injuries back in 2010, and he was clearly struggling. He looked like he had palsy, but the Honda franchisee in Thailand pushed him back into Moto 2, of all things, against medical advice, against the advice of the FIM, all for the sake of sponsorship. So big shout for KTM in Malaysia for taking care of their rider Gabit, and so we hope he's going to be back in a couple of weeks' time for round 4 which will be in Singapore. And it will be back in Singapore. We'll be here for a quick sojourn, a one-day event. They'll be out on track this afternoon for 3 hours of free practice before they come up tomorrow morning for qualifying in the morning, followed by the Supermoto chrono, and then we've got the usual 2 heats of 30 minutes plus 2 laps to decide who will win the third round of the FIM Asia Supermoto Championship here at the K1 circuit, the CHANGHUA in Taiwan, a purpose-built track for go-karting normally. And Baz, where are the go-karts? Because I reckon we should be doing a few laps ourselves. Well, I walked past the garage near the start line, and there's about 50 of them in there. There must be a couple that are working. I reckon we just go and pull the starter cord and see what happens. If no one comes out, let's go for a steer. Absolutely, good fun course. This is quick. It's purpose built, so it's been quite easy to come here and set up. And we're going to have some open, fast racing. The first part of the track is actually tight and twisty with a few S-bends and back and forth. Then you go onto the dirt section, and once you come off the dirt section, do a U-turn, then you've got basically 3 straights linked together by a couple of hairpins, and a berm. Well, I actually come off a berm to get back onto the straight proper as well. So it'll be quite interesting to see who's stronger in various parts of the racetrack. Yeah. And a very long pit straight with a pretty critical turn 1, which leads into a turn 2, which basically you've got to be thinking more about turn 2 than you have to about turn 1. Anybody can go through the first corner, but it's getting it all set up to go through turn 2. As Lewis Cornish told us this morning, you could run very wide trying to get through turn 1 too quick, and that'd really screw your brains out. Absolutely. If you get turn 1 wrong, then you're going to get it wrong all the way through to the dirt section. So really important to get that right. It's about an 80-meter run from pole position down to the first turn, and what is unusual, I think, for one of these circuits is a very long run from the final corner to the finish line. Very long run. Yeah, they'll be tapped out in top gear by the time they do cross the finish line, and could prove very critical there at that Yamaha turn with the Yamaha hoarding around it. We'll have to check to see if we're allowed to say Yamaha during the course of the commentary, but it's a bit hard not to when there's 7 signs there that say really Yamaha revs your heart. And considering Yamaha do sponsor the junior road racing with their Yamaha R15s, I think I should give them a bit of a rap as well. Absolutely. If you're putting your money into the sport, then
then good luck to you. So that's the final turn, the Yamaha corner. Coming out of getting the power down and getting on to that start-finish straight. If it's close, it's going to be very, very important.
And we'll have to adjourn shortly because the Macau Grand Prix is about to start.
Yeah, that's just
in about an hour.
Yeah, just across the water down at Macau.
Yeah, it's one that we just can't duck away for a bit.
Yeah, looking forward to that. One of the great road races, along with the Isle of Man, of course, TT, but also up there with the Northwest 200 and the Ulster Grand Prix. Fast, all action, very different kind of circuit to the ones in Britain and Ireland, because all you've got is the black and yellow.
Yeah, you don't get any. Well, there's no reference points around there. That's what really got me.
Yeah, that's right. A moment's lapse of concentration, and you could. I know some riders have wondered where they are on the circuit, just from a momentary lapse. Anyway, no such problem here.
No, I think you'll be right.
And the weather today, we've got bright blue skies. It was a bit cloudy or possibly polluted earlier, but that's been burned away. We got bright blue sky. We got a strong headwind on the start-finish straight, and Braxy's getting his protection strapped on there. No, you've got to keep it strapped on, and you need to keep it bagged, otherwise it's going to be rattling around, and that's no good for anybody. And of course, zip ties you can use for many applications. I do all the time back home. So coming back, we're about halfway down the west coast of Taiwan, where most of the action on the.
I got a geography lesson this morning off our French visitor Renee about the makeup of the Taiwanese topography and countryside, and very mountainous in the middle. It's why that they're all basically the entire population is stretched down the west coast of Taiwan. And around, he said you get over the other side and the mountains actually go right to the edge of the country, and they just big cliffs right into the sea. So it'd be quite spectacular to actually get over there and have a look at it. And he said the hillsides around here are very beautiful.
Yeah, I've always, this is my first visit to Taiwan. I've always believed it's a beautiful country, because that's what people have told me. I'd love to have a bit more time to have a look after the race is over. But we'll be back to the steam and smoke of, yeah, that's it. Careful how you clip that, yeah, a sensitive area, there you go. So this is the K1 karting circuit. I believe K1 have got 2 or 3 tracks in Taiwan. This is a nice big open kart track. Be great fun if you have a big engine machine to rattle around here on, which Braxy and I might go and have a look, see if we can drag a couple out of the garage. A bit of entertainment. There's paintball next door, so the owners here have clearly positioned it at the stag party end of the market, and why not? Keep going. Yep. Okay. I want you to say something as well.
Oh dear. All right, no worries. I'm back again.
Braxy playing with Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I am playing with Facebook, as I usually do. Keeping myself occupied while I'm doing the commentary. So, a fine day. We should be blessed with good weather. We've got a bit of a breeze, which might hinder these guys at certain parts of the track. We'll just check to see. It was actually coming down the straight or up the straight, depending which way you're going, which might have an effect on slowing these guys down a bit. But
yeah, if you're small and you can tuck in, then it might be that might give you a little advantage if the racing is as close as we get to the end. Because Lewis Cornish, the championship leader, he's got a bit more wind resistance than the other guys, being a tall level. Would you say was Braxy about 6'2" or something?
Yeah, he is about that way, lanky sort of guy. loves coming over to Asia to take taste the delights of the racetracks and other ancillary bits that are around the place.
Yes, indeed, and plenty to opportunities to take photographs while you're in Asia. Coming to these spectacular countries, trying the food and meeting the people, all part of the rich tapestry of Supermoto. And nothing is richer than FIM Asia Supermoto. And we're here for round 3 at the CHANGHUA circuit in Taiwan.
You better get a pronunciation on that one, but I do believe it looks
CHANGHUA.
like a bit of CHANGHUA.
Okay, now we're going bareback on the handheld mic. See if we can test that. So how's that going? So this is the K1 circuit at CHANGHUA, Taiwan. Braxy needs to I need to check my pronunciation. I don't know if that's right or not.
CHANGHUA or CHANGHUA? CHANGHUA, I think it would be about the...
Well, written in karaoke language there on the screen in front of us. Looks very much like CHANGHUA to me.
It does.
Chang, of course, in the Thai language means elephant, and I don't know what Chua means.
I don't know what it means in here now that we're in. Well, it used to be the Chengking bar that I used to frequent in Malaysia, owned by the Chinese, but we won't go to that one either.
Yeah, maybe Chua means dung. It could be the elephant dung, township in Taiwan. Hopefully, Kai's enjoying this. Ah, we got a local MC as well, so let's see how that works. While Kai's listening, I think he's playing with his Facebook as well.
I'll have to ask Kai, because that's going to come over the top of our commentary if that's going on all day tomorrow. That's no good. Can't hear him? Can't hear him? Okay, as long as you can't hear him, because we can.
Yeah, we can. Hopefully, we won't be shouting too loud during the
Can we turn the speakers the other way?
What's that car on the screen we got there, Braxy? Is that an old Datsun or something?
Yeah, an old Nissan by the look of it. It could be a Nissan Datsun.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they
changed over.
When they rebranded. There's one of those funny little water bottles blowing across the grass there.
The smallest water bottles ever made, but did you notice, Mr. Russell, that they're actually made in the US of A?
Yeah, so you kind of wonder what the economics are of shipping a low-value commodity like bottles of water from across the Pacific Ocean from America to Taiwan.
And you'd think the USA would have more, logic and consideration for the wildlife, considering these are one of the biggest polluters ever invented is the water bottle.
Yeah, not to mention steaming across the Pacific Ocean with them. Anyway, we've got 3,000 of these little bottles, so probably we won't run out this weekend. We'll show how many people we've got here. Maybe, we reckon, altogether, maybe 70 or 80 people.
Where at?
Yeah, how many of us are there? Team riders?
Team ride, there'd probably be close to 100.
So we've got 12, 14 riders.
12 riders in their crew, so that'd be doubling about 24 to 30 people.
Yeah.
Then you've got all the officials of the FIM jury, which is about 4 of them, the medical staff, our excellent crew for the live streaming, headed by good old Kai over there.
Yeah, what a good-looking guy he is as well.
Up his Facebook page at the moment. And, yeah, there'd have to be about 60 or 70 of us involved. The travelling circus, which makes up the 2017 FIM Asia Supermoto Championship, which is building up slowly. And I reckon in the next couple of years, this might be set to explode with more and more people are wanting to come on board and host these events. And if we find more venues like this, Mr. Russell, I think we'll be going ahead. Purpose-built. And it saves a lot of the logistics, probably saves a lot of other people coming in and actually helping out. It's probably saves some money as well. But when you've got a track like this, it doesn't really need to be, well, we can work out where the safe bits are and where the dangerous bits are.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely right. And what it doesn't need is a crew of people working solidly for 3 days to build a circuit in a shopping mall car park or whatever. So
exactly, and the surface is pretty good actually. We went for a walk this morning with the man who finished third in the AMA Supermoto Championship this year, Lewis Cornish, all the way from sunny England. And it's that sunny over there. He's going, geez, do I have to go home? The weather is just so good over here.
Yeah. not so good in the UK at the moment.
Well, he might change his mind in about a month when winter really hits here on the Taiwanese island, here on the edge of the Pacific.
Yeah, I think the problem with these countries, I include Macau and Hong Kong in this, is that they're hot most of the time. So when they get cold, they're not really geared up for it. So a lot of all except the Grade A office buildings, they've got condensation running down the windows, and people coming to work in temperatures that are too low really to work in, wearing fingerless gloves and scarves and hats and furry boots.
I love them furry boots, mate. You can't go anywhere without furry boots.
No, and the leggings and the short skirts. It's all good. And so on these foam barriers we've got around, the Maxis, they seem to be another very big evidence sponsor around here. All over the main office and workshop building for the go-karting operation.
Yeah.
Here at the K1 circuit at CHANGHUA in Taiwan. And we're very happy we had a breakthrough, because this is the first time we've had an international motorcycle racing event in Taiwan. So clearly a bit of effort's gone into that, and it couldn't have happened without the support of the FIM affiliate in Taiwan. So that guy or girl needs a pat on the back. We watch the Husqvarna Mercedes SUV driving almost into the camera and just swerving off at the last minute, and he sticks it into reverse and we change the track.
Yeah, way to go. Hopefully he doesn't do that tomorrow. But is everybody happy? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, these are pretty well standard. They don't do much to the internals. Yeah.